for your blood circulation, which pumps life across the body. If this one thing doesn't happen, nothing happens. This starts from left side. So we told you, in India they have told you, when you wake up, you must roll to your right side and get up. Have they? Left side, if you roll and get up, bad things will happen to you. Did they tell you? Bad things are not about that. When you're in a certain state of relaxation, when the body is in a little relaxation, the metabolic activity is low. When you get up, there is a certain surge of activity. That's why they told you in India, see, all these things are built into your life which you're throwing away. The whole science of living has been built into your life. They told you in the morning before you wake up, you must rub your hands together and see like this, huh? Not see like this, you must place it upon your eyes. You do this, you will see God. It's not about seeing God. If you rub these two things together, all the nerve endings, there's a heavy concentration of nerve endings in your hands. If you do this, the system comes awake immediately. You're feeling asleep, you're feeling sleepy, just do this and see. Everything comes awake. So morning before you move your body, you get it awake first and then place it upon your eyes. Instantly a whole range of nerves connected with your eyes and the other aspect of your senses come awake. Before you move your body and your brain should be active. You shouldn't get up dumb, that's the idea. Understand? So you do that and then roll over to your right and get up. What kind of sounds come awake to will determine the context of the day and the future of your life in many ways. So coming awake to an alarm bell with a sudden start is not the best way to do your life. It is best that if you need a certain amount of if your body right now, because of the kind of food that you consume and the kind of thoughts and emotions that you process within yourself, accordingly you may… and the level of vibrance that you have managed within your body will determine how much sleep you need. Let us say you need let's say you need 8 or 12 hours of sleep. I was saying the wrong number Whatever amount of sleep you need, you know how much you need. So you go to bed early enough so that you come awake naturally. If you're coming awake naturally and suppose you have a doubt whether you will come awake or not, if you have a certain chant, if you've identified one of the Vairagya chants, you can use it. Many problems that human beings are suffering is simply because we have lost that awareness as to how to be in sync with the many forces. If you become in rhythm with life, you will also wake up somewhere after 3 a.m. At that time, if you sit up and do whatever process you have been initiated for, it will bear maximum fruit. In the way the planet is spinning and what is happening, something very fundamental changes somewhere between 3:20 to 3:40. This is called Brahma Muhurtam.
This is relevant only up to 33 degrees latitude. Your system, human system, functions in a certain way. It is a possibility. So, there has been an awareness about making use of this possibility.
Your life is a product of many things that we call as the universe, many things that we call as existence. So we are a consequence of a certain phenomenal happening that we call as cosmos. We are not an individual existence. So when you get in sync, certain things will happen. All the many ailments, many problems that human beings are suffering is simply because we have lost that awareness as to how to be in sync with the many forces which are making us who we are. So yoga is to bring that sync so that you are in rhythm with life. If you become in rhythm with life, you will also wake up somewhere just after 3 a.m. If you're conscious, suddenly a certain spark of aliveness will happen within you. Even if you're in deep sleep, you will come awake. This must happen to you. This means you're falling in sync with it. You're falling in sync with life.
Today, if all of us go to bed, by tomorrow morning, nearly 250,000 people won't wake up. Natural death in the world. Suppose you wake up tomorrow, you guaranteed? Have you come with a guarantee card? No guarantee card. So suppose you wake up, let's say. Just do this much, I'm telling you, this is a simple first step to your spiritual process. Tomorrow morning, when you come awake, check, you really awake or you dead? If you're awake, it needs at least a little celebration. You don't have to get up and dance, at least you can smile, still on. 250,000 people died. They were like you and me, poof, they went off, isn't it? Wherever you look, they're not there. Here I am still, alive. One big smile, will you? I'm talking management. Then if 250,000 people died, at least 3 to 5 million people lost somebody who's dear to them. You check those 3, 4, 5 people who matter to you, all of them alive today. One more big smile. Hello? Will you or not? Alive. If suppose right now, we put a gun to your head, will you think it's a relief? No. You'll be terrorized, isn't it? So that's how precious it is to be alive, isn't it so? That's how precious it is for you to be alive. So tomorrow morning, 250,000 people died overnight, but you're still alive. Does it not at least deserve a big smile, I'm asking you? And all the people who matter to you are all alive today. One more big smile?